So this is our next problem, question number 22. See on the screen, Prakash of Hyderabad consigns to Vijay of Vijayawada 50 cases of goods at a cost of rupees 5,000 per case. So Prakash is the consignor, Vijay is the consignee. The goods sent on consignment are 50 cases and all these goods have been sent at cost price. There is no invoice price here. So we will not take the extra entries for invoice price. And number of goods consigned are 50 cases. Prakash incurred the following expenses. See, these are the expenses of consignor. Freight is 4,500. Insurance is 12,500. These two expenses, 4,500 and 12,500. And both these expenses of consignor are non-recurring. Vijay is the consignee. He paid cartage 2,000 and 2,280 for rent. So out of these two, tell me which is non-recurring and which is recurring. He has given us cartage and rent.
Cartage is non-recurring.
Correct. Cartage is non-recurring, whereas rent implies rent, which is a recurring expense. So we will not take rent when we are calculating consignment stock. 4 cases were destroyed in transit and a sum of 15,000 is agreed by the insurance company as compensation. So 4 cases were destroyed in transit. This is our abnormal loss units. 4 of our cases were destroyed and we had the goods insured. So the insurance company is accepting a claim of 15,000 rupees. Out of 46 cases, that is the consignee received only 46 because out of 54 were destroyed. So out of 46 cases, 36 were sold for rupees 6,000 each. So the consignee had sold 36 cases. So what is our unsold stock here?
10, ma'am.
10 cases are unsold stock. Very good. Because from 54 were destroyed, 46 were left. Out of 46, the consignee sold 36. So 10 cases is our unsold stock. So we have to find out the value of unsold stock. We also have to find out the value of abnormal loss. Vijay is entitled for a commission of 5% on sales. So the commission is again given directly, no calculations, directly 5% on the selling price. And he sent a bank draft for full settlement of account. That means whatever the balance left, the consignee has paid the balance through a bank draft. So when the consignee is paying through bank draft, remember we cannot write by balance carried down. We have to write it only as by bank. Show consignment account and Vijay's account in the books of Prakash. See, irrespective of the question, whatever he is asking, I am doing all the ledger accounts so that you are perfect with the ledger accounts. Right, so do we start with the calculation? So first we'll start with the valuation of unsold stock. So first we'll write here as cost price of unsold goods. So quickly tell me the calculation. How should I take this? Now one by one you should tell me the calculation. By now you should be perfect. Tell me.
10 into 5,000. 10 into 5,000.
10 into 5,000, correct. Okay, so 10 into 5,000, that will give me, 50,000. Okay, and to this I will add the proportionate non-recurring expenses of consignor. Now tell me the calculation, how should I take? Quickly tell me, how should I take this? Yes, when you tell me only I take. I don't know how to take this now. I'm waiting for an answer. Yes, Janvi?
And 17,000 into 10 by 5,000.
Okay, 17,000 into 10 by
50, ma'am. 50.
50, correct. 17,000 into 10 by 50. Okay, I will take, see, I'm taking as you're telling me, right? So this is 3,400. Okay, then next I will add proportionate non-recurring expenses of consignee. So once again, you should only tell me the calculation. I don't know how to take it. Tell me.
2000 into 10 by 46.
2000 into 10 by 46. Is this correct? Yes, Adarsh, is this correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just checking whatever you are telling me. I don't know about this. Okay. So 2000 into 10 divided by 46, it comes to some 434.7. So I will just take it as a round figure, 435. Can I take it like that? I'm just rounding it off so that I can get a whole number, right? Okay. So this is done. So now I will write the answer as value of consignment stock. Tell me the total quickly. How much is our consignment stock now?
53,835.
53835. Okay. So we got the value of our consignment stock. So it shows that you are understanding. So now abnormal loss also, you will only tell me the calculation. So first I will take cost price of abnormal loss units. 1 second. Okay. So how do I take this? How many units?
10 4 into into 5,000.
10 or 4? Someone is telling
4,
10.
4, 4. Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, 4.
Okay. So 4 into 5,000, right? So this is 20,000. And then add proportionate non-recurring expenses of consignor. So now tell me, how is the calculation? Wait, you should tell me.
17,000 into 4 by 50.
17,000 into 4 divided by 50. That's the same thing which we took above, right? Okay. So I will get the same amount, 3,400. And then do I take?
No. No, ma'am. You won't get 3,400.
Yeah, I
ma'am.
will not get it. It's 4 by 50. I'm sorry. So tell me the amount here. 17,000 into 4 by 50. This is. I'm getting 1,360.
360.
Okay. And do I take the proportionate expenses of consignee also?
No, ma'am.
Why will I not take it? I took those
It's
expenses
only-
here in consignment stock.
It is loss of consignment.
Yes, because here consignee has not received the goods. So how can I take his expenses? See, be clear with the concept. Consignee is not receiving these 4 goods. So how can I add his expenses for the valuation of these 4 goods? So I will not add anything. So this is my value of total abnormal loss. This is my total loss. And my total loss would be 21,360, right? And from this, I need to deduct the insurance claim, whatever I am receiving. So less insurance claim. And how much is the insurance company paying me? It is paying me 15,000. So then I will be left over with the actual abnormal loss transferred to P&L account. So that would be 15. So it would be
6,000.
6360, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is my abnormal loss. See, please remember, even if I'm not taking these 2 steps here also, it is okay. This is only for me to understand the calculations. If I show this value and I take these 2 values directly in the abnormal loss account also, it is fine. But I am writing here only so that I am clear with the concept. So this is my total loss. I have deducted the insurance claim and I got my final abnormal loss, actual loss. So my calculations are done. Now it is very, very easy to enter the ledger accounts, right? So we'll transfer the entries. All of you know these entries well now. I'm just transferring them. So 2 goods sent on consignment is how much? Let us once see. It is 50 into 5,000. So it comes to 50 into 5,000 would be 2,50,000. And then 2 cash for the expenses of consignor, and consignor has incurred 17,000 as expenses. Then we'll take the consignee's expenses. So the consignee here is, I need to see his name. Consignee is Vijay, and let us see his expenses are how much? 2,000 and 2280. So 4280. So to Vijay in brackets expenses, it comes to 4280. Next, I need to take the sales made by consignee. So once again, by Vijay in brackets sales, and see the amount of sales given in the question. 36 cases were sold for 6,000 each. That is 2,60,000. And his commission is 5%. Okay. So I come here 2,16,000. Sorry. Okay. So I will take his commission also. Once again, to Vijay in brackets commission. And his commission is 5% on this. That comes to 10,800. Right? We have taken all the entries. We only have to take the consignment stock and the abnormal loss. So by consignment stock, and how much was our consignment stock? It was 5,835. Am I correct? Just check once. If I'm correct with the value of consignment stock, please check the values once. And our abnormal loss was 6360.
Yes, it's correct now.
Abnormal loss, I have to take 21,360. Remember, when you are taking abnormal loss here, you will take this total abnormal loss. This final loss will go to the abnormal loss account, not in the consignment account. Right? So we have taken all this. Now calculate whether we have a profit or loss. I'll put the totals on both the sides. Let me check the totals. Please calculate the profit quickly. 53,835 plus 360.
Total is 2,91,195.
Okay, so my total is 2,91,195. Okay, and tell me the profit amount also. So I'll write the entry as to P&L account, and in brackets it is a profit from the consignor. Tell me the profit amount.
9115 now.
9115. Is it this 9115?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are done with the consignment account. Now quickly we will transfer the entries to our consignee's account. So to consignment for our sales. Do we have advance in the problem? Anyone remembers? Or otherwise we'll check the question. Okay, we'll once check the question if there is an advance given. See, there's no advance given. He only said that he settled the account through the bank draft. The advance is not there. Directly we'll have to take the settlement of accounts through bank draft. Okay. So sales I have taken. We'll take the consignee's expenses and his commission. So by consignment in brackets his expenses, and consignee's expenses are 4280. We'll take his commission also. Once again, by consignment in brackets commission, the amount is 10,800. That's it. And now we have to settle the accounts through bank because he's paying him through bank, right? So I'm writing the entry as bank in brackets. I'm writing balance. So tell me the balance quickly. I will put the totals till then. 2,16,000 is the total. One of you calculate and tell me the balance.
2,920.
2,920. Sorry. 2,920. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And remember, I'm writing here as by bank. So now I will not take anything for balance brought down. Isn't it? I will take that only if it is balance carried down. That means if I'm carrying down the balance, then only I'll bring it down. Here I'm making the payment to bank and this account is closed. Right? So we'll take the next account, goods sent on consignment. So by consignment, how much was our consignment? It was, I forgot the value.
2 lakh
2
50.
lakh, yeah, 2,50,000. And come here and transfer it to trading account because we do not have any other entry. So to trading also 2,50,000. That's it. Put the totals on both the sides and close this account. $2,50,000. So this account is closed. Now I come to the abnormal loss account. 21,360. So first I'll take the entry to consignment 21,360. And from this, I'm getting the insurance claim, which I'll take it on the credit side. So I write the entry as by insurance claim and see how much is the insurance company accepting. It is accepting a claim of 15,000. So I've taken that. Whatever is the balance in this account, I have only one entry in this account. Whatever claim I'm receiving. After that, I need to balance the account. Whatever is the balance, I will transfer it to P&L account. So my balance would be 6,360. That's it. And let me put the totals on both the sides. 21,360. Right. So my abnormal loss account is also over. I'll quickly complete the consignees account also. So first take the sales. I will write it as buy cash because consignee is himself making the sales. And my sales amount is 2,16,000. Now come to the debit side. Take his expenses and commission. So consignee's expenses and his commission. His expenses are 4,280. Commission is 10,800. Sorry, 4,280. Next entry for his commission. That is 10,800. That's it. The next entry for balancing the account and the amount is paid through bank. So I'll write here as through bank in brackets balance. And the balance amount was here 2,920. 2,920. That's it. I'll put the totals on both the sides and my account will be completed. So we are done with the problem, right? We have completed valuations and we have also completed all the ledger accounts.